Okay, so I tried to make it a 2.5 minute video, but YouTube won't take it. So I'm going to do another one. And I just saw in the news Joe Biden's considerations for his cabinet and his picks. And it's like, it's all the Democrats that lost to him in the primaries. So it's kind of funny, like they were all the same exact policy-wise anyways, all the Democrat primary candidates. So one would highlight one area of it more than the other. So it's like, okay, but everybody decided on Joe Biden, but they're going to get that whole team anyways. That's who's going to be in the cabinet. So it's like, what was the point of the primaries? I don't know. But okay. I've got another question. I've been watching the news and I saw those riots and everything. And I saw how, like, the Democrats seem to have a problem in their cities with, like, people getting shot by the police and then people's lives being so affected and shitty that they'll riot, right? And they'll go off, and they've created these, like, political bodies. Kind of like old Republican guys had the Tea Party. Well, like, out of the left, out of the Democrats, because it's like a geopolitical thing, with inside of the places that they run, it's kind of they own it. There's like Black Lives Matter and Antifa that will like riot and take over Portland and all this. But the thing, my question is, what is going to go on with these organizations now that nobody can really blame Trump anymore, and it's going to have to get looked at. Is it going to get looked at by the Democrats at all? Because remember now, the BLM and Antifa and all that, like, will kick the shit out of, like, Democrat politicians on the steps of their city hall and shit like that, too. Forgive me, Lord. So you got to admit that there's this kind of very interesting dilemma in these cities to where they've been locked down, and you've got, like, riots and everything, and even Democrat politicians who step out get beat severely. So it's like, okay, what are we gonna do about it? And I don't know. I'm just very interested because the Democrats say they want to do everything the opposite of what Donald Trump does. That's really what they've been saying for 4 years and what they say they want to do. So it's like, does that mean that the whole country gets locked down? Does that mean that there's a smaller chance that you'll lift the lockdowns where you are and keep them? Like, what if somebody else gets shot by the police and there's a riot? Like, how is that going to be handled? Especially when you've got the same team. The team that Biden's putting together is so bad. To where, like, what does Elizabeth Warren care about? And it's like 12-year-olds running the school system. And, it's like Cory Booker, like, what does he care about? Like, just making himself a Spartacus moment out of nowhere. Or, like, Amy Klobuchar, who's like, like, satanically mean and, like, vindictive. It's like, oh, okay, do you think anything's going to get better in these Democrat cities? I don't know. Are they going to come try to take Republican stuff and burn their shit? I don't know. But we'll have to see.